Rodrigo Duterte has been sworn in as president of the Philippines after a landslide victory in May. During his campaign, the former mayor of Davao City promised to fight a bloody war on crime. He has also promised to end corruption and spread wealth around the country. Duterte took his oath in front of about 600 guests at a small ceremony at the presidential palace in Manila. Well, Melanie Ralph joins me now from Singapore for more on this story. Melanie, tell us more about the man now at the helm in the Philippines.
Well, what a character we've got as president of the Philippines. The 71-year-old has had a number of roles under his belt. He's known for his straightforward talk and foul-mouthed tirades at times. He's a lawyer, and he was also the mayor of a major southern city of Davao. Now, that's where he's got his reputation of being a no-nonsense leader, taking a very hard line on crime. In fact, compared to other places in the Philippines, many looked to the low crime levels in that city that he was mayor at with envy. Now, the Philippines needs to clamp down on crime, as it's a serious problem for the country. The people seem to be on board with Duterte's rhetoric after winning the election by a landslide. Whether his methods to fight the criminals above the law is another question that many observers will be pondering.
Yes, as you say, that's one of the key things that he is renowned for, being linked to having organised executions of drug traffickers and other kinds of crime. And police there have criticised him an awful lot. And as you say, he is 71 as well. What do you think he's hoping to achieve, Melanie?
Well, aside from clamping down on corruption and criminals, Duterte has outlined some big plans for the country, in particular to combat poverty. He's pledging to improve the infrastructure to help more rural places, and that's where the poverty is still a huge problem for the country. He's pledging to help farmers with their businesses. How he intends to do this is still to be seen, and where he intends to get the money to make these changes is another unanswered question. His policies are full of hope, yet many say lack substance.
Melanie, as we speak to you, we're seeing live pictures of Duterte being sworn in, and he's got a drink in his hand. I'm not sure if it's alcoholic or not. How do you think that the people will receive him, and whether this will help, given that he is such a colourful and controversial character? Is it going to welcome or polarise the Philippines?
Well, that obviously remains to be seen. I mean, this whole ceremony that we're seeing today goes against what all the previous leaders have had. They often had a very public affair out in the streets, but this affair he's having today is quite a close quarters within the palace. So what that is saying about his personality and how he intends to conduct himself going forward, and whether this actually means business. He means he's a serious person with serious policies that he's going to implement, and forget about all the other bits that go with the presidential position. So whether it will unite the Philippines, hopefully it will, and hopefully it'll improve many parts of the economy, although the economy is doing quite well as it is. Whether it improves it even further is still to be seen.
Melanie Ralph in Singapore, thanks so much for your insight.